What's up, everybody? This is Kitchen Talks, episode 20. I'm Nathan.
And this is P.
Episode 20, man. 20 weeks now we've been doing this.
And this time we're literally in the kitchen.
Yeah, this is actually, it's quite awkward. We're sitting in the kitchen with the mic propped up on a box. One mic, because my mic that I was using broke. We usually do this in separate rooms with our headsets on, but right now we're literally sitting in the kitchen side by side with the computer and the mic, so it's actually a real kitchen talk this time. It's kind of fitting for episode 20 for us to get back to our roots here in the kitchen.
Maybe it'll bring some flow to it too.
It may, because we do a lot of our conversating out here. But yeah, man, episode 20. Still, hopefully we have some new listeners on this episode. I've been trying to do some marketing on Instagram, so we might get some new listeners here. And if that's the case, we're usually not talking on one mic like this. But what's up, guys? Welcome to Kitchen Talks. Cover a variety of topics, but let's get into it. Biden gave that big speech.
Yeah, about COVID.
About COVID.
Yeah, you said that. No, I saw something on Facebook. Somebody was slamming him because they only had one American flag
During the speech.
And you know how all those flags were lined up, and they were the flags for all 50 states, and someone did not know that it was the 50 flags for each state, and they got pissed off.
Seriously?
Because they only had one American flag in there.
Sounds about right. Someone get pissed off over that. But yeah, it was basically Biden's been getting a ton of shit lately, it seems like.
Well, it doesn't make any sense because he's done a pretty good job with the vaccines and everything, being able to distribute them.
He's done a damn good job. He was on the news the other day that I saw, and he was saying that people need to be encouraged to really get the vaccine, though. And preachers and churches and stuff he said that they should be talking about the importance of the vaccine.
Preachers and churches?
The churchgoers and stuff.
That makes sense because, the majority, I think, of cases, well, at least it seems in kind of rural areas, come from congregating in large groups.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of outbreaks come from there.
Yeah, so he talked about that. And this wasn't Biden, but it was one of the panelists on one of the news. I was watching the news, basically. And he had said all Trump really needs to do, all he would have to do to get more people to take the vaccine would be to come out. Because Trump and Melania got the vaccine. They did. And all he would have to do to get more people to get it is tell his supporters, get the vaccine.
Yeah.
It works. And, dude, his supporters listen to everything he says, but he's being irresponsible and he won't do that. They did arrest the guys responsible for killing one of the Capitol.
Oh, Sputnik.
Isn't
it? Yeah.
Didn't they hit him on the head with the fire extinguisher?
Yeah.
Yeah, they arrested those guys. The FBI has been doing a good job there getting those guys. All their faces were out on the internet. It's pretty easy for the FBI to get some of those guys.
Yeah.
I wonder how they found out how those guys were the ones that killed. Well, from from body cams, they said. That's how they kind of found out, is body cams. That's true. Police always have body cams on them. Those guys are stupid. But
so it was two guys that were wailing on him?
I think it was a couple guys, and it was a fire extinguisher to the head. Well, they sprayed some kind of pepper spray type stuff, but even stronger, like some real bad spray at the cops and stuff.
Mm.
Some of the Capitol Police said it was the worst thing they've ever experienced with whatever they spray in their eyes. And that's just, yeah, the same guys who are saying Blue Lives Matter.
The same
Killed
guys
cops.
that.
Oh, and the George Floyd. Did you see the George Floyd trials underway?
I haven't. I think I got a notification on it, but I didn't see the specifics of it.
Yeah, George Floyd trial. What? I forget there was some controversy around it. Some of the jury.
Oh, they biased?
Yeah, they walked out because they said they couldn't do it because there was some money being involved or something.
You know what that is? It's just people wanting to get out of jury duty.
You think?
Yeah. Maybe part of it. But
we all want to get out of jury duty.
There's always those two.
Those people that are just trying to get out of that.
Yeah. But I doubt they'd want to get out of that one.
That's
about
a
it.
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 20th episode. Well, first off, I don't know if there's really any other topics I've saw in the news lately that have been of importance. Just the vaccine stuff and COVID. That's really been the only thing.
Did we talk about Myanmar last episode?
Not last episode. I don't think we mentioned them once. Is there any new developments there?
Yeah, their military's killing protesters now. At least they've been firing live rounds on them, and so stuff's getting worse down there.
Yeah, that'd be really scary to live there.
Oh my God, yeah. One of the UN ambassadors, totally went against the military in a speech, saying we encourage the UN to help restore the democratically elected leaders and
sanctions. There are sanctions against them.
Yeah, sanctions have been placed against
Biden.
him. Yeah,
basically just telling them this isn't okay.
Yeah. I think even the I forgot. I think the UN placed a couple countries have, but yeah, I think that's about all I can think about. That's in the
Grammys. Did you see the Grammys?
Got a notification. Taylor Swift and who else?
Billie Eilish.
Is it Taylor Swift that won?
Taylor Swift won Folk Album of the Year or something like that, yeah.
The Grammys, and then Billie Eilish won?
She won Song of the Year, yeah. Billie Eilish, she's pretty talented. I watched a little of the performances I watched a little bit of the performances, and the Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B song, WAP, the one that Ben Shapiro was singing, you know.
Oh, that one won?
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, one of her rappers of that song, she won a ton of Grammys, but the song they just performed, and it was pretty, Trevor Noah was the host of the Grammys. He's kind of cracking jokes, but yeah, they did that performance for that song, and it's pretty explicit. It's pretty graphic.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, for the Grammys to be on national TV, I would say it's pretty graphic. Yeah. Trevor Noah even said if you have kids, you might want to get them out of the room type thing. He was joking, but he was kind of serious, I think, because it was pretty explicit. You know probably what it was. A lot of booty shaking and stuff, but it's like, damn. I was like, I asked my grandma because I was at her house when I was watching it, and I was like, that stuff would not fly back in the 60s or 50s.
No.
Especially even earlier in the 1900s. My grandma's, when she was a teenager, she said that would have been, she was like, my dad would have had a heart attack if he saw that shit.
Well, even today, that kind of surprises me that they let that
making so many sexually explicit references on stage. They brought out this huge bed on stage.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, damn. They went full throttle.
Straight out, just shaking booty everywhere. I was like, holy hell. Nothing. I have no problem with that. But it's weird seeing. I guess it's a good thing in a way because it means people are have less hang-ups. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I probably wouldn't want my younger kids like sitting there watching that.
Yeah,
Because then be asking questions like, why do they have a bed out there? Why are they doing that with their butts and stuff? I don't know.
yeah. Talking about the lyrics in the song. What are they talking about there, Dad?
Mhm.
Man.
Ben Shapiro reading the lyrics, he was mortified. He probably was mortified. I bet you he tweeted. I bet you he tweeted about the
Oh, he had to have.
performance because he hates that song. He thinks it's. Oh, he said something about Cardi B saying defamatory things about Candace's brother. Let's see here. You're legend. Facts don't care about your feelings. Oh, he's against transgenders big time, isn't he? Cardi B and Candace. So there is already some controversy around the performance from Candace Owens. Well, anyway.
Yeah, so he did retweet a lot of stuff with it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure he's not. He wasn't happy with that.
Yeah.
He's very traditionalistic. Yeah. Grammys. Grammys are kind of rigged anyway. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but songs that I've never even really heard of always seem to win. And like big songs that are actually really, really, really good, in my opinion, don't win. And there's something to be said about black artists not. Macklemore won Rap Album of the Year one time over Kendrick Lamar when Macklemore's album was not even close to the level of Kendrick Lamar's album. Some controversy about that. And like Billie Eilish winning over Meg Thee Stallion for the Song of the Year, that was kind of, I don't know, man. Seems a little.
They do a similar thing with the Oscars too. Like,
you seen Joaquin Phoenix's Oscar speech from this last Oscars?
no,
It's odd. You should watch it. He was like really. Yeah, watch it later. I won't pull it up now, but he was really acting strange. I think he's a real introvert. He's not a huge fan of giving speeches.
no. Every interview I've watched with him, he's always
Very quiet,
very quiet. Like,
a little withdrawn.
yeah. Have you watched that interview with him and David Letterman way back when?
No, is it awkward?
Yeah, like he legitimately gets mad at Letterman. Like, Letterman started calling him out for something. I don't remember what it was.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, or mocking him or something.
Yeah, speaking of interviews like that, what's the Iron Man actor?
Oh, Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah. I'm not going to play the video, but he did this. Yeah, he walked out of an interview too when he was asked about.
Yeah,
you seen that?
Yeah,
asked about past. Yeah, he was asked about his past. He got very upset about that. Walked out. Interviews can really go wrong. That's one thing when you're an interviewer. That's poor interviewing skills. If you piss off the person you're interviewing that much.
Yeah.
You don't want to be digging into their past about stuff that's touchy to them.
And this guy that interviewed Downey, he also interviewed Tarantino.
Pissed him off
Too.
He probably shouldn't have a job. What he say to Tarantino?
He was talking about violence in his films and why do you include so much violence in Tarantino? pretty irritated with that question.
And walked out.
Mm-hmm. Because no, he didn't walk out, but he definitely was defensive.
Then you got Piers Morgan walking out of. I watched that. It's kind of a baby move.
Yeah, and the other thing I noticed, he like a day or two after that, his book sales climbed for his new book. I wonder if that was a little bit of a stunt to.
Yeah, public figures do that. I think that's a thing where they have something coming up and they do something to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
With music or for album sales or movie releases.
Yeah, because he shared a picture of it. It was #2 on Amazon, and
it might have been a publicity stunt.
He because I don't know how much they paid him on ITV or whatever, but
the other interview you brought up was the Birdman Charlemagne.
Yeah, Charlemagne has a lot of confrontational.
Did you see a lot of them? Did you watch more of them?
Yeah, I saw one with 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
A couple other guys.
He knows how to piss people off. Yeah, he's a confrontational guy. He has guests on and just sometimes is really rude to him. There's this guy, what's his name? Benny Siegel or something. He about beat him up like on the set.
Really?
Well, he didn't actually get up or anything, but he was like, he was literally like almost threatening him a little bit. He was so pissed off at Charlemagne. Like, yeah. He tends to piss people off. Or he's not very nice to white rappers on there.
Really?
No, he's not. Tends to be kind of bring up race a lot and make him feel bad for being white sometimes. Yeah. Like he had Post Malone on there once and really made him feel uncomfortable.
I did see a thumbnail with that. I didn't watch it, but that's what that was about.
Kind of made him feel uncomfortable. Yeah, he was. Post Malone's a nice guy though, so he didn't really fight back. You could tell he was uncomfortable. It's like, geez, dude.
Well, I imagine too, like when you're in those interview scenarios and the host asks you a couple questions or put you on the spot, and you're kind of like, oh, like because it's live, isn't it?
Yeah, it's live, and and it's gonna be posted everywhere. Some of that stuff is definitely for publicity. Like they keep guys like Charlemagne around because they want him to do that.
Yeah, they want the clickbait there.
They want the attention, yeah. So they'll probably give him the go ahead to be a dick sometimes. I would think. It's messed up, but
did Charlemagne used to be a rapper too?
No, I don't know what he did. Television personality, actor, and author.
Why is his nickname Charlemagne the God? Is that just
It's his nickname, I think.
That's his nickname?
Yeah, he's just a DJ and television guy. $10 million net worth. Yeah. But interviewing interviewing's gotta be tough though. You gotta really prepare and do some research on the person you're interviewing if you want to be good at it.
Yeah, and you got to be willing to ask tough questions too, and creative questions.
Yeah, I think the person who interviewed Trump the best was that
Axios guy.
Yeah, he interviewed him pretty well.
Yeah, he's interviewed a lot of Lindsey Graham did an interview with him too.
Yeah, with Trump, you have to play your cards right.
Yeah, and he challenged him quite a bit, and sometimes when you challenge Trump, he'll walk out of the room.
But he didn't, did he?
No. So he must have built kind of some level of trust with Trump. I don't know how the hell he did it though.
Yeah, he cut his 60 Minutes interview short
Yeah.
with Leslie Jones or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
I think that's her name. He kind of, there was 5 minutes left in the interview, and he kind of said, "We're done here."
Yeah, and then
To be fair, she was kind of just. No, it's not Leslie Jones. God, that's not even close to what her name is. But yeah, he walked out because he was tired of getting berated. Leslie Stahl, not Jones. Yeah, man. I've seen. That's why a lot of people don't do interviews. There's some actors that don't do them, really, and musicians that don't do them.
Yeah, especially when they're in the, they're on a talk show too. They really have to kind of get into a certain character, I bet, because especially if they're promoting a movie or a song, they can't break out a character.
Yeah,
Oh, see, that's the one.
that's the one. I'm shutting your butt
Yeah,
down. Quentin Tarantino. I'm gonna have to watch that.
yeah, that one's kind of.
Russell Brand flipped out too. Dude, I guess a lot of guys are flipped out on interviewers.
Yeah, I don't think I've really seen anybody flip out on channels like um, Joe Rogan ever. But, oh, what is it?
Biden said Cuomo should resign if allegations confirmed. I mean, I agree. Probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Andrew Cuomo. That's the first name, Andrew?
yeah, yeah. That's Chris Cuomo's brother.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
What about Chris Cuomo saying?
That's what I was just thinking. He probably hasn't said too much because of. Yeah, he probably hasn't said too much.
Washington media reporter to be too proud of their handling of COVID just yet.
What? I hate these videos.
Yeah.
They don't even show the real thing. Anyway, it looks like he has spoken on the allegations. But
Yeah, he'll probably avoid it because
they do look alike. Yeah. Well, yeah, what's he going to say? Oh, he won't be reporting. Yeah. Yeah, that's another. He blamed on cancel culture.
yeah, Andrew Cuomo did. I saw that.
He has a point. Well, no, he really doesn't have a point. I mean, if you cancel culture is just. I mean, I can see cancel culture being a problem when people start canceling even like stupid things, like certain cartoons or like Dr. Seuss books, dude.
They're canceling those right now.
Yeah. Canceling
What for?
Dr. Seuss books because they have racist undertones in them. They said. Yeah, Dr. Seuss books won't be published for racist images.
What images? I haven't read a Dr. Seuss book in since I was a kid. So
I like Dr. Seuss, dude.
Yeah. He's like, which ones?
No pictures. Barefooted African men
In a conical.
eating from a bowl wearing chopsticks, an Asian person. Okay. That's a little bit of. Man, people have been reading Dr. Seuss books forever.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had those images in them. Like,
Cancel culture. Wow. Ben Shapiro. We've now got foundations, book burning, the authors to whom they are dedicated. Well done, everyone. Yeah, Shapiro hates cancel culture, doesn't he?
Oh, he hates it with a passion.
Says people are too sensitive.
So they're not publishing
Certain books anymore.
certain books anymore. Hmm.
Did you watch Cat in a Hat as a kid?
I did.
Me too. I like Dr. Seuss. Green Eggs and Ham I liked too.
Yeah,
Good writer.
I mean, when we were showing those books in school too, it was all about the poetry.
Yeah, it wasn't
Art.
anything about the images. And some of that, really, I mean, he probably wasn't meaning to be racist, I wouldn't think.
No,
I don't know, though. But, yeah, who knows? It doesn't seem like he would put that in a kid's book, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's. So wait, what were the images? They were
It said two African guys with grass skirts and their hair tied up.
grass skirts.
Yeah, I don't know, like a tribe.
Oh,
And then an Asian guy with one of those hats and then some chopsticks and like a bowl of rice. I don't.
I see. So kind of
Yeah,
stereotypical.
stereotypical, I guess, which is sure you don't want that, but what do they want people to do? Just draw everyone looking the same in a book? I guess he didn't have to add those parts to it. He could have just drawn a person, like an Asian person or an African American person, and not put a whatever on them. But yeah, I don't know. Cancel culture.
Uh,
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about cancel culture. I feel like it's beneficial on some level, especially towards racism and sexual assault, all that. But it's with certain forms of media, it feels like it can go too far.
Mm-hmm.
Like
There was a video game out recently it was a high school basketball game, and one of the teams was kneeling for the anthem, and the two announcers for the game, they thought the mics were cut off, but they weren't, and one of them said, "Look at him kneeling," and call him racist word.
so
Effing N words is what he said. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
he
bad.
thought the mic was cut out, and it wasn't. And his colleague was like, "Dude."
oh,
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I don't care." Yeah. And then he blamed it on his. He released a statement after blaming it on his diabetes. Is why he said it, because he had a sugar spike. He's like, I say things out of character when I have my sugar spikes. I'm like, no, dude. If that's in your brain and your vocabulary, it's not just from a random sugar spike.
yeah, I know.
So yeah, that was recent. I saw it today, and I was like, wow, that guy's screwed. Bye bye.
Yeah,
There's no coming back from that. No matter what statement you could say anything, and he wouldn't come back from that. It's on tape, man.
yeah, he's not gonna have it. This was this
High school.
high school. Oh, so it was like at a pep assembly or something.
Yeah, it was high school basketball announcer racist alert. Yeah, it was an announcer.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's screwed.
absolutely. Yep, he is absolutely screwed. Well, yeah, episode 20. Episode 20 in the kitchen. Probably my favorite topic so far on this podcast was probably when we've talked about our experiences in public school and the discussion on some of the social media stuff and anxiety and passion. Those are my favorite topics that we talked about so far.
Those are my exact three too. Especially the passion and anxiety part, and we often tie passion and anxiety to social media too.
Mm-hmm. We do.
Yeah.
I've noticed something lately with. I'm actually gonna make a song about it, but it's I've noticed a lot of people I follow on Instagram that are successful or even not successful. I've seen people posting a lot about uh, making their egos are so inflated to the point where they post like I won't try to call anyone in specific out because I don't want to bring attention to the person, but like nobody like their ego is so inflated that they're like trying to give you advice, but at the same time making you feel like shit. It's weird. They're like look at me type thing. Like this one, for example, this one story I saw was this guy and he was like, nobody you gotta chase your dreams and all this inspirational stuff, and you don't see anyone like me waking up as early as I do and going to sleep as late as I do. You don't see anyone working as hard as me, and so he's trying to bring you up, but at the same time he's telling you suck. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's not what. Are you really your ego is that fucking big? You think you're the only one in this world that wants to do what chase a dream? No, you're not the only one waking up early and going to bed late, bro.
No.
Like, you're not special. These guys think they're so fucking special. It's really starting to piss me off, actually. I almost have to just put my phone away when I see that. Because it's like every other story is some guy on my Instagram. Maybe it's because I'm following the wrong people. They're like, or they'll post a picture of what they're eating and it'll say like, you're probably eating Doritos and McDonald's or something. It's like a picture of a salad. Like, dude, so you're trying to insult your viewers and act like you're the shit because you're eating a salad or something. Like, okay,
Yeah, and that message gets
just
saturated.
cocky, dude. They're acting so cocky. Like, it's not hard to do. Anyone can eat a salad, man. So annoying. Or, yeah, I've seen a lot of that lately, and nothing. It makes me a little irritated. I plan to not do that ever.
Yeah, no, it just I don't feel like it's helpful. I mean,
Just making people feel like you're better than them, kind of thing. What
yeah,
they're trying to do, they want to feel good, so they feel confident and cocky when they're posting that. Like, they all see how good I'm doing, type thing. Even though they're probably really sad as hell if they have to post that.
yeah, and like even if they are happy, they got to recognize too that they're just on a certain wave, and that wave will eventually go down and might dip back up. But,
yeah, you don't see people that are truly just content posting that stuff.
No.
They just do their thing and don't worry about anything else.
Yeah, because what's the point? I like that.
Do it for yourself, not to post on social media.
Your work itself should inspire people to do the same thing. Not
your posting your story telling you look at me.
Yeah, that never works. It's weird that they think it does. Because did he get inspired by someone sitting there going, the reason you're not succeeding is you're not staying up late and waking up early.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm also not posting my every move on Instagram stories, so there you go.
Do they do that too?
Oh, dude. Like literally setting their camera up for everything they're doing. Like, look at me making my breakfast. I'm making eggs, man. Look at me. It's like, Jesus. That's exhausting. I wouldn't want to do that. It's tiring as hell to always be viewed by people watching every move. I mean, I'll post certain things from my music sometimes of me rap along one of my songs or something, but that's it. Just because I want to show people what I'm working on because I'm proud of it or something, but that's it. I don't go, look at me, look at how this sounds compared to you. You probably make trash music. Look at me. So they do, dude. I'm like, oh my God. But that's what problem I'm facing with social media right now. Speaking of that, is I'm not even upset about it. It's just funny to me. just kind of starting to be funny to me. Like, oh, look at you. Okay.
Yeah,
Kind of gotta laugh it off because they're not special. We can doing the same things. You just don't post about it.
and that aspect of social media is just. You remember when you were talking about everyone on social media talking about manifesting goals and stuff? They
Yeah.
turn it into
Competition.
your competition, and they almost saturate it to where it loses its meaning.
Mm-hmm. It's real too. I mean, what it is real. You can, I believe in the law of attraction, but I don't believe in it as a competition like they do. Like I don't. A lot of people use it just because they want to prove. They use it as a way to say, "Look at me. I got power. I'm more powerful than you. I can make all my dreams come to reality just like that."
Isn't that the exact opposite of manifestation
Yeah, it's the
too?
exact opposite. What's using? Yeah, the law of attraction is supposed to be an all-inclusive thing, not certain people. You go, fuck you. I get to do this and be great. You don't get to do shit.
Yeah.
That's not how it works at all. And the fact of the matter is, most of the time they're faking it on social media like they have stuff anyway when they don't. Can't trust what you see on there.
Yeah, that's a big problem. They can fake half of that stuff.
But yeah, that's been some of my favorite topics we've talked about. I'm liking this kitchen setting though.
Yeah.
On
It's
one
actually
mic.
pretty nice.
Wonder how it's getting sound. We'll see.
It'll probably be fine. We might get some
Echo,
but
it'll pick our voices up. All you new listeners, subscribe. Make sure to like the video because the YouTube algorithm's really, really dumb. I've heard that it goes off by how many likes you get within like the first hour of posting type thing. So if you have no subs, you're not going to get in the algorithm at all, which defeats the purpose of social media. Right. Social media is supposed to get new talent to show up.
Exactly. And it's weird how like I think Instagram pages find you faster than YouTube channels do.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I was going to look up buy Instagram likes. See? It's the first thing that popped up when I searched Instagram likes. How to buy Instagram likes and why it can't help you grow.
Why they're even supporting that?
Buy Instagram likes and followers. Get what you want. What I was trying to look for was this Instagram accidentally hid likes for some users. That's what I talked about last episode. Where I thought it was Instagram was starting to implement its no like doesn't show any likes for posts. But it was they're not doing that, sadly.
They should continue on with it. Just at least taking some steps to.
I feel like they did do that on purpose. They were seeing the reaction though.
Yeah.
There's no way that was just a bug that happened randomly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely something you got to go out of your way to do.
To go into that code and be like,
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how many pages of code those apps are.
Oh, I don't even know. Probably quite a bit.
Coding, dude, I give props to anyone who can do that. I don't have an interest in it, and it takes a lot to learn. Facebook.
Holy crap.
We just looked up Facebook. It has 62 million lines of code.
Look up Instagram.
Instagram's owned by Facebook, too. Python coded it.
62 million lines of code.
It's probably around the same for Instagram.
They must have like a whole team of like 50 coders working on
dude.
the.
Google has coders everywhere.
Oh my god, I can't imagine how many lines of code they got. Two billion lines.
Oh my god. Google has 2 billion lines. Well, that about wraps this episode up. Episode 20. We're approaching the 41-minute mark. Nope, you don't have a quote with you, do you?
Yeah, I'll have to look one up.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Read it.
Alrighty. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking.
Don't need anything. Well, you need some stuff to survive, but to have to feel happiness, you need external things. It's true. But external things do create happiness sometimes. Fake happiness, I guess, but still.
Yeah, you definitely can derive some level of happiness from external things.
Like when you watch this podcast.
When you watch this podcast, man.
This is Kitchen Talks, episode 20. I'm Nathan.
And this is P.
See you next week.
See you next week, guys.